Cats are known for their mysterious personalities, and anyone who has shared a home with one knows that their affection is not always easy to read. While they may have their own quirks and moods, there are certain behaviors that could signal your feline friend isn't quite as fond of you as you'd hope. If your cat seems distant, angry, or uncooperative, it might be a sign that they're not feeling the love. In today's video, we're going to dive into the top 10 signs your cat might secretly hate you. Whether you're a seasoned cat owner or just starting to build a relationship with your furry companion, understanding these behaviors can help you improve your bond. Let's explore these red flags, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to turn things around. 1. Your cat avoids eye contact. One of the most telling signs that your cat may be harboring some negative feelings towards you is a lack of eye contact. While cats do use eye contact to communicate, it's not always a sign of affection when they stare into your eyes. In fact, in the wild, eye contact can often be seen as a challenge or threat. So, if your cat deliberately avoids looking at you, or consistently looks away when you make eye contact, it could mean they are not feeling safe or comfortable. On the other hand, if your cat slowly blinks at you, consider it a sign of trust. Cats often blink slowly when they're relaxed and content. So, if they avoid eye contact but give you slow blinks, it's a different situation altogether. However, if your cat keeps their eyes wide open, constantly darting away from your gaze, it's a clear sign that they might not be fond of you at the moment. 2. They never want to be around you. Is your cat always hiding when you're around? Do they bolt for the nearest hiding spot as soon as you walk into the room? While cats are naturally independent animals, a cat that seems to want to avoid you entirely might be indicating that something's wrong in your relationship. If your cat actively chooses to stay in a room where you're not present, or hides under furniture every time you come near, it could suggest they're not comfortable with your presence. Cats are creatures of habit and routine, so if they feel uneasy or scared of you, their avoidance behavior will become more prominent. One thing to consider is that some cats are simply more shy or timid by nature, and they may need time to warm up to you. However, if you've had your cat for a while and their avoidance is persistent, it might be worth considering other factors like stress, changes in their environment, or possible negative associations with you. 3. Aggressive behavior or swatting. Aggression in cats can be an obvious sign of a deteriorating relationship. If your cat is suddenly swatting at you or growling when you try to pet them, this might indicate they feel threatened, irritated, or simply don't enjoy your company. Swatting is often a form of self-defense, and when a cat does this, it can be a sign that they are trying to establish boundaries. Keep in mind that not all swatting is related to dislike. Sometimes, a cat may swat out of excitement, playfulness, or overstimulation. But if the aggression feels unprovoked or excessive, and your cat shows little interest in making amends, it could mean they're actively trying to tell you something. If your cat is often aggressive, especially after interactions with you, it's worth looking into what might be causing their discomfort. Perhaps there are underlying health issues, a sudden change in their environment, or your cat is simply feeling overstimulated. 4. Tail flicking or tense posture. Cats communicate a great deal through their body language, and one key indicator of a cat's emotional state is their tail. A tail that's flicking rapidly or held stiffly can signal irritation, agitation, or discomfort. If your cat's tail is flicking rapidly when you're close by, it could indicate that they are fed up or do not want to be disturbed. A tense body posture is another physical cue to watch for. If your cat is hunched up, with their body rigid, ears pinned back, and tail twitching, this is a clear sign that they are either upset or fearful. This is a cat telling you that they're not in the mood for cuddles or interaction, and that they would rather be left alone. Understanding your cat's body language is essential in preventing negative interactions. If you notice that your cat is showing these signs often, it's important to reassess the way you interact with them. 5. Your cat is not interested in petting or cuddling. Most cats enjoy the occasional belly rub, chin scratch, or snuggle. However, if your cat constantly recoils from your attempts to pet them, or seems disinterested in cuddling, it might be a sign they're not feeling a strong bond with you. Cats that hate being touched often find it overwhelming or uncomfortable. Some cats might even avoid any form of physical affection altogether, especially if they feel threatened or untrusting. They might retreat to a safe spot when you approach, and even if they're in the same room, they won't seek out affection or attention from you. 6. Your cat doesn't follow you. Around cats are curious creatures by nature. If your cat typically follows you from room to room, it's a sign that they feel comfortable around you and enjoy your company. However, if they've stopped doing this, it could be a sign that something's wrong. When a cat avoids following you or showing interest in your activities, they may feel disconnected or indifferent toward you. This is particularly concerning if your cat used to be quite affectionate or curious, and this behavior suddenly changes. 7. Excessive grooming. If your cat is over-grooming or obsessively licking their paws and body, it could be a sign of stress or anxiety, possibly related to interactions with you. Cats tend to groom themselves when they're feeling nervous or trying to self-soothe. This kind of behavior can stem from a number of factors, including negative experiences with their owner. 8. Your cat is not eating or drinking. Properly changes in eating habits can be a sign of distress or illness. If your cat seems to be avoiding their food bowl or drinking less water than usual, it might be a sign they're stressed out by your presence. A stressed out cat may lose their appetite, and if this behavior persists, it could lead to health issues. 9. Your cat acts out. When you leave the house, does your cat seem to act out every time you leave? This might mean they're feeling emotionally disconnected from you or are acting out in protest. Cats who display separation anxiety might display destructive behavior, excessive meowing, or other signs of frustration when their owner leaves the house. They may tear up furniture, knock things over, or vocalize loudly as a way of expressing their dissatisfaction with your absence. 10. They are unpredictably moody. Lastly, if your cat is acting unpredictably and their behavior swings from affectionate to aggressive, with little warning, it could signal deeper issues in your relationship. Unpredictable mood shifts are often a sign that your cat doesn't trust you or feels uneasy in their environment. If every interaction feels like a game of Russian roulette, it may be time to take a step back and reassess the situation.